Well, I guess you can call him Elon the Twitter quitter because Elon Musk has officially flipped the bird the finger. It all started back on March 25th whenever Elon Musk released this poll on his Twitter saying free speech is essential to a functioning democracy. Do you believe Twitter is rigorously adhering to this principle? And 70.4% of people said no. This set Elon Musk into motion trying to buy up Twitter. Pretty soon it came out that Elon Musk had taken a 9.2% stake on Twitter and became the single largest shareholder. This sent the stock soaring as it obviously would, and Elon Musk offered to buy Twitter for $43 billion so that he could transform it as a private company. With him offering to buy Twitter for $54 per share, everybody expected this to be a free money glitch, and they all started pouring their money into Twitter. Elon Musk said, "I invested in Twitter as I believe it has potential to be the platform for free speech around the globe, and I believe free speech is the societal imperative for a functioning democracy." And of course, the powers that be don't want you to have free speech, so they went on the attack, adopting a poison pill measure that was supposed to dilute the shares of Twitter, pushing Elon Musk out of the majority shareholder position. And then the Twitter community and their shareholders obviously got mad because Elon Musk was offering more than Twitter would ever really be worth, and it was the best deal and best opportunity for them to get out of their Twitter shares that they would ever be able to get. So if the Twitter board pushed Elon Musk out of that position, then they would have missed out on a really big gain, and nobody wanted that to happen. So they went ahead and decided that they were going to accept Elon Musk's offer. It looked like Elon Musk was going to be the new face of Twitter, and he said the free speech is a bedrock of functioning democracy, and Twitter is the digital town square where matters vital to the future of humanity are debated. He said, "I also wanted to make Twitter better than ever by enhancing the product with new features, making the algorithms open source to increase trust, defeating the spam bots, and authenticating all humans." Obviously, for Elon Musk to achieve this goal, he would need to know how many bots and spam accounts there are on Twitter, so he requested that information, and Twitter lied to him. So he put out this tweet saying that the Twitter deal is temporarily on hold pending details supporting the calculation that spam and fake accounts do indeed represent less than 5% of users. That was on May 13th, and he commented on that tweet saying that he's still committed to the acquisition, so it looked like they just had some numbers to sort out and that the deal was just delayed, but it would be going through eventually. The Twitter deal was in limbo and everybody was waiting on Elon Musk's next move. And then on July 7th, this article by Slashdot came out saying that Twitter says it removes over 1 million spam accounts each day. Then Billy Marcus responded to this saying, "How many real accounts does it have per day, I wonder?" And Elon Musk said, "That is indeed the real question." So obviously this has been weighing heavily on Elon Musk's mind, and he wants to know if Twitter thinks that bots are for the birds or if the bird is really for the bots. Then the very next day, it looks like we got confirmation that Elon has officially turned bitter on Twitter and he wants out of the deal. As this article says by CNBC, Elon Musk notified Twitter that he's terminating the deal. Twitter's board chair, though, Brett Taylor, said that the company is still committed to closing the deal at the agreed upon price and plans to pursue legal action to enforce the agreement. Fortunately, though, it looks like there was a $1 billion cancellation fee that Elon Musk had worked into the contract, so I guess he probably did have a way out because you don't put cancellation fees on something that you can't get out of. So Elon Musk flew the coop and Twitter shares have already been plummeting. It looks like Twitter is going to have to pursue legal action though, because if Elon Musk doesn't end up buying Twitter, then I think their shares are going to continue plummeting and they might drop off the face of the earth. That pretty much leaves them with no other option other than to pursue legal action and try to get Elon Musk to buy the company, because if they don't, then they're probably all going to lose their jobs and go bankrupt anyway. The SEC could end up giving Elon Musk a fine, but I don't think that he's really worried about that because he can pay it anyway, and he doesn't respect the SEC anyhow. But a lot of people are saying that he might not have planned to buy Twitter in the first place because he really might have just wanted to get in there and release a bunch of information to the public and really just find out how much Twitter was for free speech in the first place. If that's the case, then it looks like he's achieved his goal of exposing Twitter for all of the lies and scams that they have going on their platform, and for all of the scams and the bots and all of the lies that Twitter tells as a company. Another theory is that maybe Elon planned to buy Twitter so that he could have an excuse to sell some Tesla stock at the top, but I don't really think that was his plan because there is that $1 billion cancellation fee that he's probably going to have to pay now. And being sued really costs a lot of money because you have to pay lawyers and all kinds of things, and it takes a lot of time that could be spent making money elsewhere. So maybe they'll renegotiate and Elon Musk can talk them down so that the Twitter deal can go through and Elon Musk can end up being the new face of the platform. We'll just have to see how all of this plays out because I don't think this Twitter deal story is quite over yet. But in the meantime, I think Twitter is probably going to continue plummeting in the charts. Speaking of charts, we might continue to see some downward momentum in the cryptocurrency space over the next few weeks. We're just going to have to see how far this contagion situation is going to go with the Three Arrows Capital, Celsius, and Voyager situation. It's not clear yet how many more companies or platforms are exposed to the Three Arrows Capital situation and how many of them are on the verge of collapsing as well. And with inflation continuing to rise and the Fed expected to do another 75 basis point hike in the next meeting, this is probably going to continue to see people have their finger on the sell button because everybody's still really nervous and they don't want to miss out on any more money. On top of this, the yield curve has inverted once again, and that means that we probably do have a recession on the way. And as everybody is already feeling the recession, but people are saying that we're not in a recession yet, everybody is expecting it to get a lot worse in the future, meaning that if they're already struggling now, then they might have a lot worse of a time coming up real soon. This is obviously going to have people trying to put a bunch of money on the side to get ready for the panic, and until all of these fear catalysts start to subside, I think people are going to continue being really nervous, and we might not have any sustained rallies. Speaking of rallies though, it looks like we are currently starting to have a little bit of a rally. We did bounce off of this downward trending resistance line right here with a double bottom, and it looks like we have started to have a little bit of relief getting above this 20-day moving average. Unfortunately though, as you can see, we haven't gotten over the 50-day moving average yet, and it is coinciding perfectly within this downward trending resistance line. So I think that we could come up to probably this downward trending resistance line and the 50-day moving average and possibly get rejected off of there, coming back down and making a lower low here. If we do get rejected there and we do make a lower low, then unfortunately we will probably come back down here to retest this downward trending support line, and that means that we could be coming back down to about even $11,000 or so. If we do get above this downward trending resistance line right here and above this 50-day moving average, then hopefully we will be coming back up here to the 200-day moving average and testing that. And if we do turn that into support and get above that, then that means we'll be officially back into a bull run. But until that happens, I think people are going to continue being nervous, and pretty much any bad news is going to be seeing people taking profits from this relief rally and send us lower, probably coming back down to retest this downward trending support line. Hopefully I'm wrong about us getting rejected here at this resistance line, and hopefully we do get above it, but it looks like we are still here in a downtrend, and I don't really think that there's any significant signals that we're going to be having any kind of sustained rally to the upside here. And like I said, until those fear catalysts start to subside and we start to see some positive catalysts, I think this downtrend is probably going to continue. Let me know in the comments, since Elon Musk isn't going to be buying Twitter, how long do you think it's going to be until Twitter actually bans his account? Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and don't forget to hit that like button. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.